I'm very worried. Forensic teams or what? I don't know. The officer here. I'm pretty sure we'll find out.
However, I did get groomed at the age of 14 by a 22-year-old.
So we've got the police back in Broadway. We've got the police outside the cathedral, outside just outside of Little Germany. And for some reason, I find it a bit unusual for police to be at this cathedral. So I'm gonna go check it out. But yeah, sorry for not bringing you an intro. I won't even, well, I'll give you my intro as soon as I land back in town. I wasn't even meant to be vlogging right now, but it just all occurred. Right, I'm just walking past. I don't want them to ban me for no reason, mate. You just can't, yeah, you can't take chances these days. But I wonder what has actually happened. Maybe they're guarding the, maybe there's somebody important in there or something. Maybe. But yeah, police outside the cathedral. Are you a police officer or are you a Power Ranger? Who knows? We can only speculate. But why? What's going on here, mate? I do really want to know. Why is there a large presence of police at a cathedral? A place of peace, I guess. Very, very unusual. So there's 4 policemen there. There's a police car over there with 3 in. Like there's 3 in the front, 2 in the back. Sounded wrong. But yeah. Well, if you want to think of it as in a wrong way, it's up to you. But yeah, like I say, I'm just speculating right now. I have no idea what's going on. I don't want to ask them questions because they'll claim I'm interrogating them or whatever. I don't know. Well, they might do. I'm not saying they are. Like I say, that's just a random guess. With recent events lately, with YouTubers being banned from cities for people trying to assault them. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, we've got a... Well, I wonder if he'll tell us. I wonder. He's usually alright, him over there. Well, I'm not saying usually, most of the time he's been alright, so, but like I still say, they probably won't tell me what's going on. This is a large presence right now. I bet they're laughing at me, yeah, thinking, ah, your mate's banned. That's probably why, yeah, like why they're not seeing me with, yeah, my fellow YouTuber friend. Maybe it's a look over out of laughter, like, ah, we've just got his friend banned from the city centre. But who knows, I'm speculating, accumulating. What's going on though? Like, I'm very worried. Forensic teams or what? I don't know. I would like to know what's going on. I'll get a bit of a zoom. I'll put my hand up. Watch, let's see if he notices. Yo, 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 yo. Bless up. No, he didn't. He's pretending not to notice me. But that's just me being paranoid. What's happening? I want to know what's happening anyway. I don't know what's happening. What is happening? But when I walk down here, actually, let me come back here. When I walked down here earlier, yeah, I seen a policeman at the back door, but I didn't think much of it. This is when I first walked into town. Didn't really think much of it. It's freaking pouring down in the rain as well. What are these carrying? Is that a big, that's a big TV, that. That is the biggest TV I've ever seen in my whole life. Was it a TV? I'm not sure. But yeah, there's an officer here. There's an officer here. You alright, officer? What's going on? Is it? Should we be worried? I know, isn't it? Like, well, he said there's nothing to worry about, so I guess that's a thumbs up. This is Little Germany for those that don't know, where Peaky Blinders were filmed. Like in this car park right here. They did a lot of films, surprisingly, in a car park. Made it look like a movie set. Well, not all of it was shot in the car park, but they did some kind of like fighting scene or something there. On one of the movies, I'm not sure which movie it is. Like I say, they've done a lot of movies here before. Oh, I'm literally soaking. If I turn the camera on right now, yeah, I look like a drowned rat. I'll have to cut that part out or bleep it. I'm really curious. Like I say, we're probably gonna find out in the TNA or whatever's going on. I would like to generally go ask them, but like I say, I don't want to be seen as somebody harassing him, because you know what some of them are like. They'll try to get rid of YouTubers out of the city. I'm not saying all of them, by the way, but some of them will. Some of them don't like us, evidently. But yeah, the Cathedral in Bradford, at the back of Broadway. Cathedral Close, yeah, that's the street. Cathedral Close. Ironically, I'm close to a cathedral, so yeah. I sense there's something not right though. There's something not right about all them police just turning up to this cathedral like that. And I'm pretty sure they have an accommodation place in there, like accommodation. And that's pretty sure, like alleged. I don't really know. It's only what I get told in it by people. But there's apparently some accommodation down there, maybe. But yeah, they're all there squadding up. And are we in for a surprise? I'm not TNA or nothing. I'm not a reporter, by the way. Don't do that reporting stuff. I'm just a guy with a camera showing you what's going on. I mean, it's already been reported by them, innit? Or, I'm not a news person, I'm a vlogger. But I do like to know what's going on in the city and like to show people what goes on in Bradford. Like, you know, road wars. Like, it's nothing personal to any of these Power Rangers or professional police officers, but yeah, it's more like, you know what? The sentence left my brain really fast then, and I forgot what we were gonna say. But yeah, we got car 13 right there, and another car 13 over there. Well, van 13. Damn. I really need to go get a Red Bull right now, and yeah, do you know what it is? We're coming down here in a few hours anyway, so we'll probably find out what happened, hopefully. If we see it cordoned off, we know something serious has gone on. Or is he a very important person there? Maybe. Right, I really want to explain about what's... Yo, I was just about to do my intro. Yo, I'm not getting rabies, mate. Hell no, that is a brave fox, mate. That's just walking like a dog, mate. It's just chilling. Well, that was a brave fox. Usually when you see a fox, they run from you, don't they? But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, this situation with Jux and the guy that, well, with the aggressive guy, well, the aggressive guys, freaking two idiots, mate, they thought they could be aggressive, and now it looks like, I won't say they got the upper hand, obviously not in the scrap, because like I say, they started it, and obviously Jux and Dutz like finished it. Like obviously it wasn't really the most chaotic thing ever, you know what I'm saying? It was just more like self-defense. They had no choice but to like scrap back, basically, if you want to call it that. Can I say the F word anymore? The one that ends in a T? Can we say that anymore? Probably not. But yeah, yeah, it's shocking that he got banned. Think about that. Self-defense, mate, and Jux got banned for a guy that was swinging his weight around. I was the first person he came for. He came after me. It's like, oh, what you filming? Even like, it just slapped my hand down, you know what I'm saying? I was live streaming, so obviously I'll be filming. No, I'm walking round. What do you expect, mate? I'm walking round. That's what I do. I vlog. You happen to be there. You happen to take it personal, even though I was talking to my live stream, by the way, at the time. And then he's obviously didn't like the presence of the camera, the phone, or whatever. He's obviously seen the videos before, to say YouTubers, you know what I mean? He's seen some of our videos by the sounds of it, because he didn't like us. He had some kind of vendetta against us. He just switched up. It was already starting on somebody else when we walked around the corner, by the way. So he was on a rage, and his mate was also on a rage. He was like mid-raged, if you know what I mean. It wasn't like a full rage, but yeah, he was still in the wrong. And don't get me wrong, yeah, I'm Dutz as well with the flying kick. Obviously, Dutz tried to do a flying kick. He's landed flat on his back or whatever, but he's got straight back up. Within I don't even know, can you get half a second? Pretty sure you can. But let's just say half a second, he was back on his feet, which was definitely amazing to see somebody try to kick somebody, then they just fall straight on the floor. I heard the like loud slap on the concrete. I'm like, yo, what the hell? I didn't even see him do that until I seen it on the video. Like, everything happened so fast. Like me, I was broccolied out my brain, mate. Like, I was broccolied. Like, I was just there blazing. I mean, damn. Obviously, I bleeped that. I was just like 5 minutes prior, I was just having my broccoli, like just there in my zone. And then I walked round to that. It just all happened within a flash, like boom. Raging guy switched up on everybody after when he's been raging with somebody else. I didn't think that was even going to happen, you know what I mean? I thought it was a pretty chill day. Then that guy had to ruin it. He ruined it, and now Jux is banned from coming into Bradford. So yeah, what next? Are they going to try ban me? But what pisses me off, right, sorry, let me turn it round just to make sure my memory didn't go full, because sometimes I'll be talking, like turn the camera around on my face and then turn it back around like that, and it'll say memory full, and I probably miss half the segment. But yeah, please, somebody out there, please unban Jux. Please let him just come back to Bradford, because he's a good guy. The same day he was feeding the homeless guy, like the homeless people, he was going around feeding them. Thanks to Amira as well. Obviously, check out Heaven's Angels. Like, bless up to her. Mad love. Sending the love from Bradford all the way to Manchester. So right now, it's currently 8 o'clock at night. No, it's 8:30, sorry. And if you've seen the scene from earlier, which was about 4 hours ago, I'm back at the same scene, which is now cordoned off to get over this road. Cars flying down here at high pace, mate. You're gonna be in for a shock. I slowed down to notice the Power Ranger jackets, but I have no idea what's going on and why there's loads of people behind me. I do not know why there's loads of people swarming out of the building and why it's cordoned off. Is there anything we should know, or what are we missing? They're probably thinking, who's this vlogger? Not him again. But yeah, now these guys are currently looking at me for some reason. Obviously, they're probably wondering who's that suspicious guy with his hood up. But I'm a vlogger, I come in peace. Not here to get banned. Just here to do my vlogs. But yeah, let me switch the camera around. Well, I really don't know what's happening. Oh, that's one of them veteran people with all the medals, so I'm not really sure. I think it's like a I don't know, remembrance thing or something. Maybe they just needed people outside the building, you know, with all the crazy things that goes on, or what's been happening across the UK. Maybe that's a reason. I'm not sure, and yeah, I'm still curious to what is going on. I'm pretty sure we'll find out. Surely some reporter will already know. But yeah, if anybody does know, or we don't ever find out but you do know, if that makes sense, please let us know. gonna walk up the stairs. You see this guy over here? You probably can't see him because it's really dark. Oh no, now you can see him. There you go. He's been there for like 5 hours, mate. Just stood there. I bet he's bored. But why? I really want to know. I'm suspicious. Still no questions asked. I know they ain't going to say anything to me. And plus they aren't here to get banned. I know what they do to YouTubers, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Like what's been going on around the UK with vloggers and police. Like I say, I know not all of them are Power Rangers. Some of them are actually police officers, you know what I mean? But I think some of it is a bit to do with Power Rangers, with people getting banned from cities, people defending themselves, getting locked up, then banned from the city. But yeah, let me just talk about that. That's what we need to talk about today. Like I say, this ain't, well, it is a vlog still. We can still call it Chaos City because we have no idea what the hell's going on in this freaking cathedral. Why is there so many police guarding it? What's going on? What happened? Right, so here we've got Akili, the key to healing. 29 years old. She was groomed at 14, married to a dealer at 21, and divorced with a child at 24.
Hi, yeah, so my name's Akili. I class myself as a healer and more in the Bradford district. Not everything is all doom and gloom around here. There are, you know, a lot of good people with good intentions and a positive purpose. We've just been through a lot, you know, we've been dragged through the mud. But isn't that the best way to get your power and your purpose from being dragged through the mud? You know where you're coming from and you know where you're going and you know all the bits in between. But yeah, Bradford's a beautiful place, even though I always wanted out, and I probably still do a bit, to be fair. I went to quite a few different schools. I started off at a private school, not because my parents were rich or anything, but I passed the entrance exam, and my dad wanted more for me. In the end, my mum and dad couldn't pay for the tuition fees. My mum were working all these jobs and she resented me for it, basically. She spent all her life savings, you know. But it was from a place of love. It was from a good place to want better for me. However, it didn't work. So I went to 6 different schools. I did really well, despite being a bit troublesome. Got like 11 GCSEs A star to C, did my A-levels. However, I did get groomed at the age of 14 by a 22-year-old man. And bearing in mind this was my friend's older cousin. And despite the contrary belief of what people are going to think when they hear 14-year-old girl groomed in Bradford, West Yorkshire, they're going to think maybe Pakistani Muslim male, but this time it wasn't. It was Caucasian, 22-year-old, coming from a Christian background, of like maybe Irish English descent. So it's not always what we think it is.
That's true.
Yeah, and that really did affect me. It really did. And the thing that gets me the most about it is that people, adults, actively seeing me and this man in public, in broad daylight. I'd be in town and this guy's come to meet me. He's bought me teddies, Care Bear teddies, but, you know, me to you bears and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's sick.
Giving me money. And the people that know me, that might even know him, but not saying anything.
Not saying why you with this guy, like who is this man, who's this, why is this older man with a 14-year-old?
Yeah, there was nothing like that, which is very sick. And that's how I believe we've got to this position that we're in now. People brushing things under the carpet, turning a blind eye. You turn a blind eye and the whole world goes blind. No one sees shit then.
No, that's true.
Yeah. And I was 14, he was 22. He'd take me to the cinemas, Cineworld, Bradford, the leisure complex. Take me to Frankie and Benny's when that were open at the leisure complex. We got seen by a lot of people. And in the end, he dumped me before I turned 16 because
Oh.
paedophiles do actually have certain sexual preferences as
Yeah.
well. You know, and clearly this guy liked them before I turned 16. It was like the age between
Yeah.
13 to 16, and after that, don't want you. Anyway, I told my mum. I let my mum know what was going on, and I'm sure she could kind of gauge that there was something not right through my behaviour, you know, my patterns, just everything. So when I did complain and say, Mum, look, I've got a boyfriend, but it's not right, it feels wrong because X, Y, Z, he's 22, whatnot. My mum was like, listen, you can't tell anyone because, you know, they're all going to say that you're a bit little. You can't go to the police because they're going to say you're a and then your dad's family will find out, and all your cousins, and they'll call you names. So I internalised the abuse, then I internalised the perception of the abuse, and that in turn caused me to become so troubled, so rebellious, so repressed. And the first thing it actually taught me, besides from the abuse, was that I couldn't trust my mother, that the matriarch around me was not there to support, nurture or protect me. So that is a really dangerous place to put a young girl, her mind into, to say you've got no mother, no women care for you, you're on your own. So I kind of like repeated cycles of the abuse and of my low self-esteem, because this is one thing we have to remember. Not all the time, but the majority of the time, when children find themselves in a place where they're being abused by an adult, especially sexually abused, it's because they're not having the needs met at home. They're not having the nurturing met at home. You know, the basic needs like food, clothing. Love is so basic, but for some reason so hard to come by sometimes. When those needs are not getting met at home, it opens up this channel for predators to infiltrate those children.
Yeah, that's how it starts, isn't it? Like they give them things, give them gifts, and like that to that person, to that child, they're thinking, oh, I'm getting a gift, and not realising that this guy's an adult. Like you was, what was it? You was 14, and you weren't. Obviously, we're all young. You're not gonna. You're still growing up, so you're not really seeing the world what it is like.
Exactly.
And that guy, I hope, like, I don't know, hope he gets sent down, or whoever he was, or he's been caught for anything is being done, because
see, it's really interesting that you should say that. You hope that it gets sent down. See, I didn't press for like any so it's quite interesting that you should mention about that you hope that it should be sent down, because of what got told to me by my mum, saying, oh, everyone's going to think you're a dirty little slag and this and that. It really deterred me from pressing any, you know, criminal charges or going down that route. And really, at that time, it was quite critical and imperative that I did that at that time. Because now we're looking at a historic sexual abuse case where there's not really much evidence, you know. And I've personally watched people I know go through court for historic sex abuse cases and it not being upheld. At the end of it, they're being called a liar. And I was literally there. I witnessed what went on. So it's not just he said, she said. So that it really puts victims of crime off from reporting because of how the system is set up and how it doesn't always support the victim. But then again, we're saying that there are some people, men and women, that will make false allegations, which is so sick and makes me so angry, because that is a big reason why real, true victims and survivors cannot speak out or feel that they can't.
Because of the liars,
And it's so tricky. And it's like, how do we resolve this? How do we get to the bottom of it in an ethical and sensitive way without shaming or ostracising? And I still don't even really know the answer to that. But yeah, this guy is he's still around in Bradford, and I'd imagine he's still prolific.
Yeah.
The first time you do something is
not the
never
last,
usually the
yeah.
first time, and it's never usually the last either. You know, because we're all creatures of habit. So, you know, take him to court, but I don't know if it'll get upheld, and I'm not really willing to put myself through all that trauma again.
Yeah.
For no justification to come
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of it. Like, it's pointless, then it's counterproductive, then, isn't it?
Well, like for example, like, you were only young, so if you'd have been this minded now, you probably would have reported it. But obviously, when somebody's at that young age, like you feel pressured, and like when people are saying things to you, like you said, what somebody called you a SLA, that's gonna make you feel more pressure to even like speak up. So like, hopefully, people speak up about this more.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's not all doom and gloom, you know, even though I did recycle experiences and I had low self-esteem for this reason and the next, I tried to like alchemize that pain into power, and it led me down like the holistic healing path.
Yeah.
So I started to look into self-healing and ways that I could repair myself. So I realised no one was going to come and save me, you know. Nobody was really that interested to do so. So I looked into Reiki, and I did my courses, self-healing, healing others. Then it led me onto the path of healing and Reiki, and now I love offering Reiki to people as a self-help tool. And basically I do events, I do retreats, I do workshops, reclaiming your divine power, which goes through like your eating, you know, mental health and spirituality, physics, classical physics, metaphysics, and how that all impacts and shapes our life. Even though it sounds quite complex, I do break it down into like layman's terms where even a baby could understand. It's comprehensive. But what's really exciting is we've got an event coming up on the 6th of December in Hetman Wyke, and it's called Woman Wild, Sexy Fit, the healing experience, and we're using holistic healing like sound healing, Reiki, meditation and movement, which will be the pole as part of like freedom and trauma release. And you can follow me on Facebook, The Key to Healing, where we have upcoming courses, workshops, retreats and events, and some free and some subsidised, so it's really accessible to everybody in and around Bradford.
So we got the police back in Broadway. Maybe they're out shopping, Christmas shopping, who knows? Or like I say, maybe the Primark warriors are in full effect, like stealing Primark shit, or Primark merchandise, should I say. Well, I don't want to walk in here and like go find out where they are, because we don't go stalk them down. If we see them, we see them. If we don't, like we say, we're not on that. But if we see them, we see them. If that makes any sense. Probably don't. But yeah, town's looking pretty lively. We seen Violin Boy earlier. Like I say, this I've lost some footage from earlier. I don't know what happened. I mustn't have clicked record or anything, but my intro was kind of messed up, so I have to do my intro a bit backwards today. Oh wait a minute, we got some police coming over here. He said this is a safe zone, they can't even do anything. Let's see who they're after. I think them lads were a bit paranoid. But yeah, before I started recording, he said something about the safe zone and they can't do nothing. Which, if it's only a zoo, leave them alone, pal. No, I'm joking. We know who they're looking for. We know who they're looking for. Oh no, I'm joking. I don't know who they're looking for. I'm speculating who they're looking for, should I say, in correct terms of the Urban Dictionary. Let's see if they point somebody out. Who are you looking for? Well, we've had a few lasses in Primark, stealing thongs again, and butt plugs. So yeah, it's another day in the office, guys. It's another crazy day in the office. Yeah, I'm filming a door, not you. I'm speculating, Mr. Speculator, accumulator. Right, I'll stop blabbling on. I'm just throwing random dialogues in at this point because I've had 2 hours sleep. Maybe I need an energy drink to fully wake me up. Also, I ain't had an energy drink today. You know, I'm downgrading to the boost until 22nd till I can get a Red Bull.